Hey guys, it's Sempiternal or Baby Doll Dolls. Today we are looking at the highly anticipated Bratz Mowalola collab. We have both Jade and Felicia here today, so of course you know we're gonna take them out of the box and take a really close look at everything. Now originally I was going to wait until these dolls went on sale, so I wasn't gonna do a video for these girls, but my friend on Instagram let me know that Bratz made a post about this collab saying something along the lines of, once they're gone forever. I'll insert a screen cap of that post here so you could see, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because usually I like to wait till products go on sale, but I really wanted to have them in my collection, so I couldn't wait for a sale. With that wording that Bratz used, I felt like I just had to take the dive and buy them both. So I did get Felicia on Amazon. They did not have Jade on Amazon, so I got her from Target, and these dolls are $60.99. So let's see if they're worth it. So there's a couple of collabs with Bratz that have come out in the past few months. This one I think is my favorite just because the fashion is so out there. The shoes are so tall. I love all the bright contrasting colors. I had not heard of Mowalola before this Bratz collab, but I did see that they are a London-based fashion designer. So without further ado, let's take a look at Jade first and this wild packaging. So taking a look at Jade in the box, first of all, this box is gigantic. If you're gonna be keeping both of them in the box, that is a lot of real estate on your doll shelves if you are an avid collector like myself. Of course, you know, we're gonna be taking her out of the box today because one, I don't have that much room, two, I have no willpower. So let's take a look at this box in a little more detail. The box is asymmetrical and we have a little fabric hanger right here. It says Jade in silver at the very top, and we have this really cute animated image of her. I'll definitely be cutting out that plastic and adding it into a collage at some point. And then we could also see it says Drip Gods on the bottom, set 1, MW Mowalola, 14+. So this is a limited edition collector doll. These are not Playline. On the side of the box, we have another image of Jade, super cute, definitely saving that. And then on the back of the box, we don't have much going on. We just have this silver and green star thingy. And at the bottom it says, doing what you want is Moa's world, no rules, exactly what you need to be a drip god. Bratz x Mowalola. So without further ado, let's get her out of the box and take a closer look. All right, so we just got Jade right out of the box with all her accessories, and I think her outfit that she's wearing is definitely my favorite from this whole collaboration. And I didn't notice this beforehand, but she has two different colored eyes. That's super cool. So as per usual, we're gonna go from the top to the bottom looking at everything she has. So starting at the top here, she has two little tiny buns with some hair sticking out, and then she does have these little red and black spiked plastic pieces made to look like little hair ties. They are secured in there with rubber bands. Not going to be messing with those, just leaving them in place because God knows I'd be able to get them back perfectly. She also does have some blunt cut bangs and dark black hair with some kind of like, it's almost like a dirty blonde streaking or a very light kind of mousy brown, and her hair is very, very long. As you can see, we have way more of those streaks in the back. I'm actually noticing that there's two different tones of this brownish blonde. There's one that's a little bit more cool toned and one that's a little bit more warm toned, so we do have three different shades in there, and I'm really loving the variation. Her hair is very straight and very, very long, and usually I'm not a fan of dolls with super duper long hair like Amaya over there, for instance, because it's just such a hassle to deal with, but I'm happy to report that this hair is almost completely product free. There's just a couple dents from where the rubber bands were, but it is so silky and so nice. I'm really loving this hair, and I never thought I would say that about a doll with hair this long. Since her hair is down, we can check out her rooting, and it does look very full. I know it might be a little bit hard to see in the clip because we're dealing with a lot of black hair, but bottom line is it's full, it's there. She has a lot of hair. So starting with her face and makeup, she has a very pale skin complexion and two little tiny painted on black eyebrows. All her face paint is painted on. She doesn't have inset eyes or anything like that, but that is what we have come to expect with Bratz. She does have two different colored eyes, as mentioned. One is a dark red and one is a light blue. And she has this really cool graphic eyeliner, a big black swoop with some darker blue on the lid and some lighter blue going out with the swoop of the eyeliner, and a little fleck down on the bottom. She also has some light, very light pink blushing on her cheeks and a dark red lip with some black lip liner. She also does have a little gap in her teeth, which is super fun. I'm a big fan of that. And one other thing that I am noticing here, of course, these are collector dolls. These are not Playline. We are paying a premium price point. So I do wish we got maybe a pair of earrings or like a couple bracelets, something like that. I would have appreciated some more jewelry with this line. Of course, we do get these little hair pieces, but I want more. Moving down to her dress, I think this is really the show-stopping piece of the whole doll. Definitely what sold me on her. I love these contrasting colors. It is a bright yellow mesh dress that has an asymmetrical sleeve with these pleather red star cutouts all over the dress. I love, love, love the contrasting colors. I love the mesh kind of fishnet feel and the asymmetrical sleeve. It is a very delicate fabric, so I can see why this is a collector piece. If you have a child that's playing with this, I could see this getting very easily ripped if you're trying to take it off or anything like that. It's a pretty delicate material, and these little stars are held on seemingly well, but I can imagine with rough play that over time these pieces may get damaged. And another really cool piece with this line are the shoes, of course. So these shoes are actually two separate pieces. As you can see, there's a little piece of fabric underneath here, and it is just like a leg warmer in essence. It's a little black piece of fabric about knee high, and the shoe is its own piece. It's not an actual boot. But these pair, I don't think they're made to look like boots. I think it's just supposed to be a continuation of the sock on the shoe. So these shoes are very, very high, definitely the tallest doll shoes I have seen in a while, and I think they're really trendy, really fun, and unique. They have a red base with some black paint on the front, and on the side we have this big star cutout, and we just have a little wedge. We don't have an actual like heel cutout. And then for the actual part of the shoe that's on her feet, we have a little thong type sandal, and it's the same color as her socks. So this part is all plastic down here, and I'm pretty sure this little leg warmer is supposed to be a continuation of the socks that she's wearing with the sandals. We do get a doll stand with these dolls, and it is just this bottom platform piece that the shoes clip into, but I could actually stand her without the stand pretty easily. So, you know, I don't even think that's entirely necessary. I know these are pretty tall dolls with the shoes. I might have to veto the stand on my shelves. We'll have to see how tall she really is once we get her in there. So moving on to her accessories, we have these little plastic sunglasses. These almost remind me of like a little Batman symbol. I know it's probably nothing like that, but that's just the first thing that came to mind. They are a clear red plastic, and they are all the same color around, and they have these really big lenses and fun shape. So again, with saying this is a doll for 14 and up collectors, this is another piece. I almost broke it by stepping on it earlier when I was unboxing. So definitely be careful, you know, with the single plastic piece, easy to break. But luckily they are still intact for the time being. And I do really like the glasses. I like that they are see-through so we can still see her makeup underneath. I noticed with Felicia's, they kind of have some patterning on them, and I know that's a stylistic choice, but you can't see her eyes, so I do prefer this pair. And then we have this little purse. So I was looking at the Mowalola website, and there actually are some purses that are very similar to this. They don't have these exact colorways, but it is the same shape and style. So this purse is a really thin kind of pleathery material with some black and white detailing, and I like the shape of it. It's circular, it's very big compared to the doll. I like that it's oversized, and it's just a really fun piece. And just something to note, there is no Velcro closure, but we can actually put stuff inside the bag, and also there is no lining in the bag, but it seems to be pretty well put together. And then of course we get our classic Bratz star brush. This one is a silver chrome. I'm a huge fan of these. I mean, I don't ever use them, but they're just really nostalgic to me. The classic Bratz brush. I'm glad they still include these little guys. And you know, they do work, but I'm just gonna use a wet brush on all my dolls like I usually do. But I like that they included this detail. It also looked really cute in the box, you know, when it was all pinned up. And the next thing we get is our certificate of authenticity. It says Bratz and Mowalola in silver. And then we have a little sticker on here that I'm going to try not to ruin when I open.
This match will get
Okay.
red hot.
Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't rip. Oh. Okay. So here is our certificate of authenticity. It is folded in half and it just has print on one side. It is black with some little green detailing on the side. And it just says, this limited edition Bratz doll has full looks designed by Mowalola. This certificate authenticates that your doll was carefully created and designed through the collaborative efforts of Bratz and Mowalola. And then it just says that in a bunch of different languages. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's made on some thick cardstock and it does have a shine on the front. And I like that it comes in this little envelope, and I'm really glad that I didn't break the sticker. One thing I noticed when I was filming the B-roll for this video is that she has some panties. They are actual fabric, not just painted on, and they are made out of this yellow fishnet material, and they have a little Velcro piece in the back. Very, very delicate. I'm not even gonna try to take them off, but just so you know, they are there, and those are the little details that I really appreciate. But without further ado, let's take a look at the second outfit. So the first thing we have here is this jacket, which is very reminiscent of Felicia's. It is the same cut, but different colors. We do get a real zipper, and I just have to say, it works, but with my nails, it was so hard to zip up. Oh my gosh, probably took me like 10 minutes, but it works. Just a me issue, an issue with my nails. And so this jacket, it is very reminiscent of her purse. It is that same pleathery material with the black and white. And of course we got that real zipper and a really cute little collar. We also do have these detailing panels on the side of the sleeve. It is actually like a fabric put on there. It's not just all the same piece of fabric. It's another piece of fabric stuck on there, kind of like a little elbow pad. And then on the back of the jacket, we have the little Mowalola logo. So underneath the jacket, I was pleasantly surprised to see that we have a dress. This dress is very, very cute. I'm very excited to style it with some of my other dolls. It has some clear straps and it is all one piece. It's the same pleathery material that we're seeing with the purse and the jacket. And it is white and green kind of gradient stripes all over, and it does have a Velcro closure in the back. Definitely was pleasantly surprised to see this piece. One thing that I really, really don't like about this doll is the mannequin. So let me just show you how this works here. So this mannequin piece comes off. It is just the little classic Bratz mannequin. I'm sure we all had these when I was younger. I know I did. So this is not really my issue. My issue is this. It is very loose, and I know when you have clothes on, obviously it's a little bit more held in place, but not by much. It really just wants to wiggle around, fall off. Also, aside from this piece just comes out so easily. Of course, it's not gonna do it now when I want it to. Let me see. So aside from this little guy, another issue I have is this piece right here. When I was dressing the mannequin in the second outfit, this was just coming on and off so easily. It doesn't really like click into place. It's just like seamless, and it's super easy to just like fall in and out. Like, see right there, it just happened. So it's just kind of annoying that these mannequins are just like super unstable. I know these mannequins, these little silver pieces, are a design that they've had for a long time. Not sure about this, but I'm not a fan. I think it could be definitely improved. Unfortunately, I'm gonna use it right now because it's all I have, but I just wish it was constructed better. So now that we've taken a look at Jade and all her accessories, let's get Felicia out of the box. All right, so here is Felicia out of the box. She was the first one I saw out of the collaboration, and that yellow hair just struck me. I love the yellows and reds that we're getting this collaboration. I know these are like fast food colors, but I just love the way that they were done with these specific shades of the neon yellow. For For me, I kind of see a disconnect from the classic like McDonald's, Burger King colors because of the particular shades that we're getting, and it just feels really high fashion to me. So of course, the first thing we're looking at is this gorgeous highlighter yellow hair. She has a even blunter bang than Jade, and some little cut pieces right here that are short in the front, and these are held down with a decent amount of product, but I don't see that being an issue. It's holding the style in place, and it's not like, you know, with this long hair down here. So her hair is very, very long, just like Jade's. And again, I normally wouldn't like the long hair, but I'm really feeling it. So taking a look at the back of her hair, you can see all this long length, and her rooting once again looks very good. Her scalp is painted yellow, just something to note. So she has a beautiful dark skin complexion, and starting at the very top here, we have these thin yellow arched eyebrows. They are very detailed. I'm really loving them. You could actually see the little painted strokes of hair. Big fan of those. And she has gray painted on eyes with a little star sparkle in the middle. She also has some graphic eyeliner, a really big black wing with some little flecks going out on the bottom and top. And then she has kind of a faded red color. It's not super bright or in your face. It's very muted, and I like that. I think it's a nice touch with the muted makeup opposed to all these other bright colors we have going on. So she does have a cool toned pink blush, and unfortunately I am seeing a little patchiness in the paint job on this cheek, but it's not super duper noticeable, thankfully. And then she has a light beige lip with some black eyeliner. Her face paint looks great. I don't see any defects. Another thing to note with this doll is, again, she doesn't have any jewelry, no earrings, no bracelets, no necklace. So I don't know. I would have appreciated to see some jewelry, just like one thing, like an earring or a bracelet. For $60.99, I would just appreciate a couple more accessories. You know, how much does it cost to make one more little plastic mold, even if it's a repeat? Hell. So moving down to her outfit, the first thing we have here is this little pleather red jacket. It is the same cut as the one Jade was wearing, but of course we have this bright red color, and this time we have the Mowalola logo on the front, and it is cut in half by the real zipper. On this jacket, it's a little bit more simple. We don't get any fabric patches on the sleeves or anywhere else, or a design on the back. But I like it. I think it would have been too much going on with this particular look. Underneath that, we have another top, which I did not notice, so I'm super excited to take a look at that. So this top underneath is made out of the same pleather material, and it is white, and it has a Velcro closure at the top and the back. It's a halter top, and we have some white stitching. It does have like a seam around it, but it's not like actually folded over. It's just like a seam around the edge of the fabric. So I don't think that's gonna be an issue. I think with kind of like the thin material they're using, it works. I'm glad it's not just a plain cut piece of fabric, and we actually did get like some kind of seaming on it. So I can appreciate that. And again, this top is pretty delicate. I would be wary if you have any children playing with this piece in particular. It looks like probably one of the more fragile pieces with this particular doll. Moving down, we have the cutest micro mini skirt. It is the same pleathery red color, and it has the Mowalola logo in the corner in white. We do actually have a seam on this one that is folded over, and again we also have that on the jacket, just not on the top. And we have a Velcro closure in the back, and we have a sheer crotch grab underneath to keep the skirt in place. Moving down to the centerpiece of this doll, her boots. So they technically aren't actual boots, they're doing the sock thing that they did with Jade, but I don't believe these are meant to be socks. I think they're actually meant to be part of the boot, like a continuation, unlike Jade's shoes. So this whole part is fabric, and it actually was easier to get on and off than I expected. I was like, oh my god, those look really difficult, but I had a relatively easy time with it, so I'm happy to report that you're not gonna have to struggle for like 5-10 minutes on each leg. We do have a seam at the top of the leg pieces, but not at the bottom, but I don't really have an issue with that just because it's trying to remain seamless into the actual shoe. Now moving on to the actual shoe, they are the same color, this black and bright yellow. They have a pointed toe with a giant platform heel. And these ones, unlike Jade's, actually have a heel. They're not a wedge. I love these shoes. I think these ones are my favorites. The heel is just so big and so gaudy. It's really unique and I love it. And we do get another cutout. This time it is the M from the Mowalola logo. I think that's a very fun detail. And again, just like Jade, you can stand the stall pretty easily without the stand. And then of course she has the same little click-in stand that is just the base really. Of course, we also got the certificate of authenticity, looks exactly the same as the other one. And moving on to her accessories. These are her sunglasses. Again, they are a single piece of plastic that is clear and we have some painted details. They have a circular shape. And I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but this actually isn't black paint. It's kind of like a very dark teal. We have like some little squiggles and hopefully you could kind of see it in the light. But I do like that color just thrown in the mix. It looks really nice. So my one complaint with these glasses, I know it's obviously a stylistic choice, but unlike Jade's, since we do have the paint on here, you can't see her eye makeup. I just personally prefer the clear glasses because it's still a statement piece, but you're not taking away all the face paint details. But I wish you could maybe you could position these on the top of her head without messing up her hair too much. Oof. Okay, yeah, so they don't want to stick perfectly down there, but you can just position those on the top of her head. I think that's how I'm going to keep her on my shelf, so you can still see the face paint. Moving on to her purse, we have the same style purse, but this one is a little bit different. Again, it is reminiscent of the purses on Mowalola's website. It is a yellow pleathery color, and it has a kind of little snake black detail. Now, one thing that kind of upsets me is, you know, the little plastic pieces holding it into the packaging. There was a couple on this purse, obviously, and it's very noticeable to me, the holes that were left. And unfortunately with this pleather-like material, you know, you can't just try to smooth it out with your finger like some other materials you can. So I don't know how obvious it will be on camera, but for me, I see these very obvious holes on the purse, and that's pretty unfortunate. I wish maybe they could have just found another way to hold it in there, maybe with like a little piece of cardboard wrapping around. I don't know, just don't damage the goods with the packaging, please. This purse is asymmetrical. The handle is different on one side where we have the little snake head, and then it goes into kind of the snake's body, I'm assuming. And we can actually put stuff in this purse again, and there is no lining. And we have the same kind of hem that we had on this white shirt, where it's not actually folded over, but we still do have the little stitching detail, so it's not just like raw fabric. But I think that'll hold up pretty well. And then of course we get another silver chrome star comb. And the last thing we get is her mannequin and a second outfit. So this second outfit, I couldn't really see it too well in the box. I have to say the first one is my favorite, but I do still like this second outfit. It is a one-piece dress, and it is, let me take a look at this. What kind of material is this?
That's what I'm talking about.
Right there. Did you see that fall off? That's my issue with these stands. So moving on to her second outfit, we have this beautiful long black dress. Well, I'm not sure, I would hesitate to call it black because now that I'm looking at it in the light, the actual dress appears to be almost brown. It's made out of the same material as the stockings, and then we have some kind of pleathery, I feel like they almost did like an overlay on the fabric of these little black splotches all over the dress. We do have a Velcro closure in the back with a high neckline, no sleeves, and a very long dress. And we do have a hem around the bottom, sleeves, and neckline. So I would have to say this black dress is probably my least favorite piece out of the whole collection. I still like it, but I think the other ones are just so much more fun and bright, and there's a lot more happening. So I'll probably be leaving Felicia in her first outfit. All right, so now that we've taken a look at both Jade and Felicia of the Bratz and Mowalola collab, I'm gonna give my final thoughts. Out of all the collabs Bratz has been doing recently, this one really caught my eye. It's fun, it's unique, it's definitely something different that I have never seen from Bratz or even really in fashion before. I love the very high fashion feel of the whole collab. The shoes are definitely a selling point in my opinion, and this yellow dress is also a big favorite. For $60.99, we are getting a collector doll with a mannequin and a second outfit, as well as the purse and the sunglasses. So overall, I really love the originality of this collab. I don't see any defects, and I think the price point is well worth it for what we're getting. I'm curious to see how long these will be in stock for, if Bratz actually did a limited release or if they're still gonna be in stock months later. So let's see in a couple months down the line, will they still be in stock, or was that Instagram post just to get people like me to buy them instantly? Hopefully not. I hope they become a rare piece, and I'm really happy to have them in my collection. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to comment below and tell me which doll is your favorite, what you think of them, and if you will be adding them to your collection. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video like this one. You could find me on Instagram at Sempiternal for my main account, and for my doll account, it is Baby Doll Dolls. All those links and information will be in the description box down below. So thanks for spending some time with me today and checking out the Bratz and Mowalola collab. Bye guys!